I was wrong. I was wrong. We made a video on all of the OP14 leaders before we had all of the leaks for what cards were going in the deck, and I was wrong when I said this deck was horrible and that I don't see how it could amount to anything, because now the deck really just makes sense. This deck is kind of busted. I thought blue-yellow, what's her name? Blue-yellow Boa was going to be like the best deck, and it turned out that deck's not really that good. I thought purple Dofy was crazy, but when you start to lose tempo and you don't find enough 10 cost and enough searching in the deck, which it doesn't have at the moment, you kind of just get cooked. Like, that deck, at least from the deck profiles I've played against, it's kind of felt bad, especially into Crocodile itself, because of a specific 8 cost secret that we're going to cover when we cover this deck profile. But this deck altogether has been absolutely insane. So I'm here to give you some high level gameplay, or at least what I believe is to be high level. I'm not going to say I'm going to play it perfectly, but this is my personal deck and tech right here with Black Crocodile. Now, it has the first effect that says all of your opponent's characters cannot be removed from the field by your effects. Basically just negating any removal that you may play, because this deck is not about removal. It's about stunning characters, and stun is not really a relative term in One Piece, but it definitely is basically just saying, hey, this card cannot attack, this card cannot hit me next turn, and that's the idea. They've turned black into a more stun color than anything else. So if that helps you out, it gives you more answers, because they've taken out a lot of the removal in black other than like base cost characters, and cost reduction isn't as much of a thing. So anyways, this is the Black Crocodile leader that can't KO anything and totally removes what black used to be. Instead, you activate main once per turn. You can KO your own characters with a type including Broke Works, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 10 cost during this turn, then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So we can fill up our trash really consistently when we need to find certain combo pieces for the trash specifically. Jeez, if I could speak. And we KO our own characters that potentially have on KO effects that would trigger. And so the combination of this with the new 8 cost secret, this deck is really busted. The 8 cost secret is the card that stuns. This is the stunner that you're going to see a lot. So we have the ability to go wide from a different card, but this is the main card you want to just chain as many as you can, because it says on play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 9 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then if your opponent has a character with a cost of 0 or 8 or more, draw 1 card. So if we go first, which I personally actually like in this deck, a lot of people are going to say that's wrong, that you need to go second and to get to 8 Dawn as soon as possible. But if we go first and they're able to play an 8 cost on their 8 Dawn turn, this also allows you to draw a card. So how this works is the secondary ability says on KO, trash 1 card from your hand, play this card from your trash. So what we can do basically is play down an 8 cost 10k Crocodile, stun one of our opponent's characters. Then we can use our leader effect, KOing the Crocodile, giving another card minus 10, putting it to a 0 cost character, playing out the Crocodile from trashing a card from our hand through the second effect, stunning a different character, and now we're able to draw a card. Sometimes you can just draw a card completely already, and sometimes you can't if they don't have an 8 or more. But if they have an 8 or more and you're able to draw a card off the first one and draw a card off the second one, you're just going even in hand size, because you play a card, you discard a card whenever it dies, and then you draw 2 cards. You drew for the first time you played it, drew for the second time, so it's 2 for 2. If you don't get the first draw, you're losing 2 cards in hand, but you're putting 1 card on the board, but you're also drawing 1 card. So either way, you're kind of going net neutral in a way, and this card is probably just what makes this deck just so broken. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing some testing. I haven't done the actual decks and the games for you guys yet, but I was doing testing into a purple Doflamingo. I chained 4 of these in a row, and it was basically just GG. Because another thing you can do is next turn, if I can play another 8 cost Crocodile, I can attack in with the first Crocodile, KO that Crocodile to make it as active so it's not a target for any, freezing effects or anything like that. So now they're both active Crocodiles that are attacking you next turn. So you can't really handle them, and even if you could kill it, now I just trash a card from my hand, play this card out from my trash, and I get its on play ability. Absolutely broken. This card is amazing, and especially in a deck that can kill it itself, so it forces your opponent to not play around the removal, or you just remove it yourself. Now our deck is plagued with on KOs, and we'll talk about those in just a moment, but we're going to talk about the top end first, because that's usually the most important. The other top end in the deck is the 7 cost Miss All Sunday. If your opponent's type includes, or if your leader's, wow, I don't know what I got opponent from. If your leader's type includes Broke Works, play 1 character with a cost with the Broke Works type with a cost of 4 or less, and 1 with the Broke Works type with a cost of 1 or less. So we're basically able to go very wide with a almost Gecko Moria effect. It's a little bit weaker because the second card is 1 cost or less, and we can't play any removal, and I really like that. You combine this with a lot of other cards in our deck, and we can do some amazing things, especially with the cards that have strong on KOs, or it gives us like a 1 cost character we can just KO, maybe one that searches the top 4 cards of your deck. Maybe that'd be pretty good. So we get a top 4 searcher for Baroque Works type from our trash to go +1, and then we get to trash this to give a character -10 for a secondary effect we may have. We can also cheat out cards like Bond Clay, play up to 1 character the cost of 5 or less from your trash, from your hand or trash on KO. So we can attack in with Bond Clay, KO Bond Clay, then cheat out Mr. 5, which says if your opponent has a character with 0, which they will because we just KO'd the Bond Clay, and then we get to draw 2 and trash 1 and put a 5 cost 6k blocker on the board. Really good effects there. We can also play out 2 Mr. 3 Galdino. If this card would be KO'd, you may instead place 3 cards from your trash at the bottom of the deck in any order. These are kind of the only 2 cards that we really want to play. Or no, sorry, I forgot we have another 4 cost. Then you have Mr. 4. So we're running 10 total 4 costs really just to pair with the Nico Robin or the Miss All Sunday very well, and a lot of 1 cost to fit with the Miss All Sunday. Kind of where the deck profile goes, and then the 5 costs are cards you can cheat for the Bond Clay, or just to play on curve if you need to for no effect or just a blocker. Like sometimes I just play these out just to play them out, and it can be really strong in combination. You also have the Mr. 4 though. On KO, it's a blocker, and then on KO, add 1 card with a cost of 8 or less from your trash to your hand. So if we play the Miss Valentine and we have to search over one of our 8 cost Crocs, we can then play Mr. 4 off the Miss All Sunday on 7 Dawn to then cheat out this card, block out of an attack, and add that 8 cost back to our hand so that we can play it on our 9 Dawn turn. Also allowing us to leave 1 Dawn active, and that's going to be good for all these 1 costs if we want to play these. We have 1 cost like Miss Wednesday. You may trash this card, give a character -3000 if your opponent has a 0 cost, or the 0 cost character gets -3000, yada yada whatever. A draw 2, trash 2, win KO'd by Miss Golden Week, which we can KO ourselves. And then we have the Miss Merry Christmas. These are 2k counters down here, so all of these are our searchable 2k counters. If your leader has a Baroque Works type, draw 1 card, so on KO you get to draw a card, replacing itself while also giving a card -10, and then KO up to one of your opponent's stages with a cost of 1 or less. So it's also stage removal, which can be unique and different, so sometimes you will need this in certain matchups. I don't really know a matchup spread that this helps because the Emu match is a 7 cost stage and doesn't really do anything, but hey, maybe they're planning for the future, and it's a searchable 2k at the end of the day, which is always going to be good. But anyways, when we're on that 9 Dawn turn, we want to leave 1 Dawn active for any of those, or for the 1 cost Ground Death. I don't know what it's going to be translated to in English, but this is what they call it here. You may rest 2 additional Dawn, so 1 from the top left, 2 additional Dawn, so 3 total Dawn. Negate the effect of up to 1 of your opponent's characters at a cost of 5 or less. So we can just straight up negate a 5 cost, or we can trash one of or KO one of our cards on our board through our leader effect, make a card -10 cost, and then negate its effect for this turn. So we can basically just shut down any blocker. Into an ace match, we can just pop one of our 1 cost, use this, and then negate the blocker 10 cost 12k. That would really cause us issues. If you don't use it for this ability though, it's a counter. If you have 10 or more cards in trash, up to one of your leaders or characters gain +4000 for this battle. So Miss Valentine looks at the top 4, grabs 1 card, and trashes the rest. That's 3 cards in trash. On KO, draw 2, trash 2. That's 5 cards in trash. Leader effect twice. Well, that's 4 more cards in trash. That's 9 cards. Then when you use this counter event, that would be the 10th card to hit the trash, meaning that you get a 4000 power, just in a small combination of these small characters, not counting any of the other stuff we're playing in the game. You know, a card that's trashing cards from our hand, a card that draw 2 and trashes 1. Like, there's a lot in combination with this, and you will usually always have 10 or more cards in your trash by the time you really need this effect, so it's always going to be strong. With having a lot of cards in trash, we're playing 1 more 2k counter. I know there's a lot of 2ks in this deck. Someone may change this up and not play it like I do, but I personally really like this. I like being super defensive and tanky, and then when I can get to the point where I just shut off all their attacks, I can take small attacks pretty aggressively and not feel bad about it because I can shut down all the big attacks with the Crocodile. So we're running 4 of the 2k Sabos. We're running 16 2k counters. Now, you can easily limit this to 2 and then put other cards in its place if you want to. I know in OP14 we get a little bit more support, I'm sure, of cards we could play. Like, you could play Miss Doublefinger. This is just okay. I don't really see anything else. You could play Mr. 9 for a searchable 2k, but I like the ones we're playing. Maybe you can run 2 of the counter events. Actually, we might do this. We may actually do this. Maybe run 2 of the counter events. Here, we'll try this, or the searcher event. So this is a top 3 searcher that trashes the other 2, and you grab a Baroque Works type. So a little more consistency in the deck that we're going to run, just because we don't need this many 2Ks, but we still have the Sabo here. If you have 15 or more cards in your trash, this card has -3 cost, so it's a 6 cost 6K, 2K counter that only costs us 3 total Dawn, because we're always going to have 15 or more trash in trash if we want to. A lot of times I don't even use this leader effect, because once we have enough cards in trash, we don't really need to trash additional cards, and I don't want the chance of trashing my Crocodiles if I don't have a Mr. 4 to grab it back to my hand. So anyways, last card, Mr. 1 Daz Bones. If there is a character with 0 cost or a character with 8 or more, this card can attack characters on the turn it's played, so it has pseudo rush, which is always going to be strong and unique, and then on play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. So we can minus something down completely, play out Mr. 1, rest that character, and attack in with the Mr. 1 Daz Bones, getting cards out of hand and also potentially removing our opponent's board a little aggressively. This is basically, I think, just the perfect deck profile. I don't think you need to have too many searchers, because we have 4 here that look at the top 4, a 2 that looks at the top 3, a draw 2 trash 1, a draw 2 trash 2 wherever it is, and we have a draw 2, yeah, the draw 2 trash 1. So we can consistently look through the deck, and I've not had any issues with consistency. If you do see issues with consistency, you can drop down the Miss Merry Christmas, or you can drop down the Miss Wednesday. Either one is a convenient option. And then I would just up this by 2, the Disappointed, top 3 searcher event in the deck. It's also great to trigger out for free, so you can consistently find cards that you need. Anyways, that's the deck profile for Black Crocodile. I'm excited to take this against some new OP14 leaders, because OP13 has felt stale. If you agree with me, leave a comment down below if you want to see a video about me just ranting about OP13, because I've thought about it. I'm really thinking about it. I was trying to make a Yellow Green Yamato Supernova EBO 3 video. That fell through because I couldn't even get a win with the deck. Like, I feel like I just can't play off meta right now in the OP13 format, and I can make a full video on that detailing why OP13 is a problem and where the meta is going, because I've been really feeling kind of down bad about One Piece recently. Like, the meta shift has just kind of, you play these 3 decks, even if you play the best deck Ace, you can still lose to the other decks, and it just doesn't feel good. So I've not had as much fun with One Piece. I've been playing some Riftbound and other things, so I've been a little slower with videos. But nonetheless, I still love the card game. I'm really excited for OP14 and some kind of meta shift here. I think Crocodile is going to be so much fun to play. I'm excited to test mirror matches and so much more. So anyways, that's my small rant, but if you want a long form rant, I will definitely give you guys that kind of content, because I'm not against doing it at this point with how One Piece is going. But I do appreciate you for watching as always, and let's go test this deck on the sim. We're going to take our first game here against Blue Yellow Boa Hancock. Read the leader effect right now, pause if you need to see it. We are going first, so I actually really like this for first. We have a top 4 searcher. We don't really do much on 3, so we normally just swing a big 8, which I know is not great, but that's usually what you have to do, and there's nothing wrong with putting a little pressure. We're going to keep this. We cannot remove our opponent's characters really well, so we're not going to be worried about that. We could grab a... Bon Clay Bintham's always going to be good, but on a 5-Dawn turn, I probably want to play Mr. 5, so we may go with the 2K counter just to have it in hand, to have a little more counter. I think that is what I'm going to do here. We have a 2K counter and pass. I really hate looking over these, but we have our 5 cost. The big thing we're looking for now is 7 cost Nico Robin, which can play any of these out, and we can easily trash this to play it out. So here, we're just going to swing 7 and leave 1 Dawn active. I don't think we ever want to remove Gloriosa. Add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand, and then add 1 card from your hand to the top of your life. So they have something up there that can trigger out, but they'll get to draw a card off of it as well because of their first leader effect. On opponent's turn, when you play a card, draw 1. You have to put the Gorgon Sisters, reveal 3 Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type, give 1 rested Dawn to your leader and all of your characters. Alright, fair enough. I guess that's valid. We're not able to even use this yet, so I guess there wasn't really a point in leaving the Dawn active. It looks like they're using hashtag EMB's list because he's playing this Boa Hancock. I don't personally run this Boa Hancock or think it's good in the deck, but that's just me. They're going to reveal a Rindo, add 1 card from the top of your life to your deck, then take 1 damage, Boa Hancock, and a Gloriosa. Alright, so we know Brick, 1K, 1K are in their hand right now. They get to attach 3 Dawns, so they get to swing in for 6 and 7. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad we grabbed that 2K here because we definitely need to use it. Go ahead and 2K out of the first attack, and then the 7 we will just take. Not too worried about taking, and we find the perfect combo piece for us. So do we really worry about a draw 2, trash 1? We could pop this, give this -10 and rest it, and then attack in with the Daz Bones on the turn it's played, which I think we will do. We'll go ahead and KO this, target the Boa Hancock. Will we mill 2? I don't think it would hurt. I think we can in this situation. Yep, so we mill a Golden Week and a Mr. 5. We could go for a draw 2 trash 1 here. We're going to start with the Daz Bones though. Go ahead and rest down the Boa Hancock. That way we can swing 5 freely. If we did not rest down the Boa Hancock, we swing 5, they just block out. So we don't get much value of getting cards out of their hand. We're going to swing into the 5K again. because this card's giving them cards every single turn. They force a life into our hand, which is totally fine. We're not too worried about it right now because we did remove one of their characters and they had a Dawn attached. So I needed some kind of board control there. They played a Nami, force a card into our hand. They're going to swing 6 and then 7. So we will go ahead and 2K out of this. And then will we 2K 1K? We will actually 2K 1K this to get our event online going forward. So yeah, I think we will, because we're going to play the 7-cost Nico Robin and cheat on a blocker. So we will 2K 1K. I'm not against that at all, because now we have like the perfect curve already in our hand. So we're going to tap 7. We're going to cheat out a blocker and a 1-cost top 4 searcher. I don't think we really need to draw 2 trash one. So we get to look at the top of the deck. We'll grab probably just another Ground Death, dude. That card's just so good. So we'll grab another one of those. We'll swing a little 5 into our opponent's face. We don't really need to go -10 on anything, so we're not too stressed right now about the board. We do at least have a blocker. We can add cards back to our hand. We could trash it to trash more cards. They get a Rindo. On KO, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your life, then take 1 damage. Yeah, we're not even going to remove it, so it doesn't matter. Whatever, trash this just to trash it, because next turn we're trashing the 8 cost. What were we trashing it for again? We had some purpose to it, right? I don't think we did. Pass. I don't know what I don't know where I was going where we needed to trash this. Oh, to trash 2 cards from the top of the deck. Yeah, that wouldn't have been horrible to get an 8 cost in there potentially to then draw, but we're gonna be able to draw the 8 cost anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. They're gonna play the Boa Hancock, look at the top 3. This is a very aggressive going wide deck, which may be a problem going forward, but we have a little bit of counter at least, so we can take a 6. They're probably gonna go 8. So they would probably leave the blocker active. It's probably 7, 8. We can just block 1, take 1. We'll take. We at least get a 2K, so if they go 7, we can counter it and then block the 8 to stay at 1 life. Because we already know what we're doing on the next turn. Like, next turn, really obvious for us. So we don't really need the Miss All Sunday at this point. At least I don't think so. They're going to swing a 6. We will 2K out of that. And then, depends on how they swing. They're going to swing 7. We could block and grab back a 2K to our hand. Yeah, we will block, add a 2K back to our hand just to have more counter, so we're not really losing value here. They could swing 7. They could just swing another 6, but that would leave the 2 Dawn active for the event. Instead, they're going to swing 8, and they're going to go into face, and I think we're going to take this. I think we are going to take this. Use the trigger, look at the top 3, and we get to grab another 8-cost Croc or a 2K counter. I think we grab a 2K counter, sadly. I would love to grab the 8-cost Croc, but I don't think we have enough counter in hand to do so. Now we're going to be able to shut down 2 of their attacks. We're not worried about them forcing us to take life now, so we can kind of control the board a little better. We'll go 5 into Rindo. They could block this. Yep, makes sense to me. We're going to go 6 into Rindo. Just trying to remove it. They can't force us to take life. So we're going more board control here. We're going to go 8 into Boa. Just go ahead and get a blocker off the board. We're going to tap 8. We're going to shut down a Nami from attacking. We're going to leader effect, KO the Crocodile, give -10 to the Rindo. I'm going to make them commit the Boa Hancock. We're not going to mill because we don't need additional cards in the trash. We're then going to trash 1 card from our hand, which is going to be 1 of the 4Ks, play this out, and then stop the Rindo from attacking. We're able to draw a card because they have a 0 cost on the board, and then we should be safe now. So we're going to go and pass to our opponent. We're kind of showing them like, hey, we don't lose to a big 15. Pudding. Pudding is definitely a possibility here. But guess what? Boom. 2K, 1K. We should be good. We should be okay. Did they want to commit the blocker? I don't think they need to in this situation, personally. If you're not losing on the next turn, you can, I guess. 2K. Not really worried about that. We're able to draw for the turn. So how do we win in this situation? We definitely have to win this turn now that they puddinged us. So I think we just start with 7, and then we see how the Dawn commits after that. So 7 into face. They don't have a blocker active. We then go 8. So if your leader has a Kuja Pirates type, play this card. That's fine. We were going to go 8. They were going to be able to draw 1 card. They only have a 2K, and they're drawing a pudding. So they kind of knew they lost in the clapback, it seems like. But they could have also played the Boa Hancock. But us going to 0 life was actually the most value there. Granted, we did get out of their next attack with a 4K, 2K, 1K if they wouldn't have played the... if they wouldn't have played the pudding and they swung 15. So it'd be 4K, 2K, 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 1K, which I believe we did have in hand, and then we had 2 1Ks left. So we would have gotten out of the Boa Hancock and then went for lethal after. So I think either way in that situation, they were kind of just cooked. If they didn't go for it how they did, we just happened to draw the 4K, and we won the game. GG's. I think going to 0 against this opponent is actually a pretty good match. I think that's kind of the best way to do it because we start shutting down a lot of their attacks, and I think we did things properly there. GG's to our opponent. On to the next one. We're going to take on a purple Doflamingo. I think they like to go first. So we're going to take that away from them. We have a top 3. We have 2 top 3 searchers. We're going to keep this. I love consistency. Consistency is key. We also have some counter. We're going to start with looking at the top 4. We're going into... when we hit 5 Dawn, we need something to play. So we'll play the Bonclay Bentham, it looks like, and then put the rest in the trash, passing the turn. We at least need to know that we have a play on 5 rather than not having one. Granted, we have another searcher, but it's not guaranteed. They play out the Sugar. This is why you don't do the top 3 searcher first, because if they play something like Sugar, you need the ability to attack it. Now, they could leader effect, Dawn -1, select one of your leaders or one of your Dawn with your Pirates type, change the attack target to the selected card. They could Dawn -1 and make us attack this into the leader, doing absolutely nothing, then forcing the leader attack into the Sugar, but I don't think that's good, going down that much Dawn that early. But hey, who's to say? We found a 5 cost to play. That's even better here. We're going to go with a little 2 into 1. They can decide to counter if they want to. They can. I don't really care personally. If they go Dawn -1, I'm actually really happy with that. So I'm assuming they just let this go. If I'm them, at least, I just let this go. I ain't too worried about it. So, again, that's just me personally, but hey, everyone plays different. Top 3 search, a Bonclay, a draw 2, trash 1. I don't hate a draw 2, trash 1. I'm putting some 4 costs in our trash. So, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we're just going to probably swing a big 7. Would we ever play this to have a card to KO? For a draw 2, trash 2, to then be able to swing into something? Because what if they remove this? They could easily attack to the Miss Valentine. We can't get any value to either of the characters. But we don't need value out of them, really. Because putting something -0 just to get a draw 2 trash one doesn't seem too good. Especially going -1 from the Miss Marnie. So we're actually just going to swing 7. I think 7 is the best number here. Just to go ahead and force some life out of our opponent to give them less value in their Dawn -1 to target their leader. Because they can force themselves to take life aggressively and have a lot of cards in hand to save the board. Personally, I like that a little more than the Dazbones play. If they don't kill this, we still have the Dazbones as an option, but I don't think we need a draw 2, trash 2, draw 2, trash 1. We would find a lot of cards, we'd trash a bunch of cards, but I just don't think it's needed. They play out the Baby 5. This is a 2K counter that just ramps them a Dawn from discarding a card. They ramp 1 as active, so they'll have 2 active Dawn. Then they can use a 2-cost event that makes their leader 7K for the turn and ramps them an active or arrested Dawn. So there's definitely some options here for what they'd like to do. Instead, they play a Dellinger. It's a top 5 searcher on KO and gains them arrested Dawn, so it's a ramp piece. Then they're going to swing 6 into leader. I think that's incorrect. We're going to go in 2K out of that. We could minus this down, rest it, swing into it. They're going to force us to remove it anyways, though, so why are we... Do we really need the Dazbones here? I'm trying to think if the Dazbones actually make sense, or if we just leave things as they are. I really don't hate the situation we're already in. Trash this, minus, swing into it, 5 in the face. I guess we just get rid of the small bodies so they're off of the board. Let's just swing 5 in the face and see what they decide to do. I think that'll be the best option here. If they force us, if they go Dawn -1 to kill the Dellinger to get a top 5 search and get their Dawn back as active, that would be the smart play. Then we could Dazbones into the Baby 5 just to remove it off the board to not have another card for them to Dawn minus. Basically just really going for more hand control. So I'm basically just letting our opponent decide what we do. They decide to just take, and I think we're just going to play the Mr. 5. I don't think we ever go for the... A draw 2 trash one's never bad. Go ahead and draw 2, trash 2. We're going to go and mill 2. We don't find anything we needed, so that's good. We're going to play this, draw 2, and trash 1, where we will trash a... I think we're going to trash the Dazbones. Next turn we can Bonclay for 4, and still have 3 Dawn to play with. So we will trash the Dazbones, because we can KO the Bonclay. Well, no, we won't get as much value out of playing the Dazbones. We can get some value. Let's go with trashing the Bon Clay and then passing to our opponent. I think that's a good play. Keeping a lot of counter in hand. This also is almost at -3 cost, which is crazy already. Also, don't forget, in this deck, you can swing your blockers. That is something really important to do in the early game, at least in my personal opinion, is to put on some pressure. We're going to be able to stop all their cards from attacking us, basically, so we're going to be in a good spot. They're going to play a Rosinante, discard a God Thread, draw 2, so they get to go draw 2, trash 1, but in the opposite order. It's always going to be good. They trash an event, draw 2 new cards. They can restand 2 Dawn at the end of their turn if they have 7 or more Dawn, because they're at 7 Dawn, so that's always good. Another Dellinger. Another freaking Dellinger, man. That's going to ramp them Dawn back. They're going to swing at us. Again, I'm staying healthy in this. We could take to try to find a Miss All Sunday, but we had a Miss All Sunday at the top of our life last game. How would we have that again, you know? You know what? Let's take. Nope, we don't have it. We took the gamble. We went gum gambling, and that didn't work. So we're going to go to rest their characters. Swinging into the Rosinante, I think, is going to be the best play here. So we can play out a Miss Golden Week. Actually, trash this character. Give one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. Ooh, hold up. So what we could do is we could Miss Golden Week, KO the Miss Golden Week, give -5 to the Rosinante, don't mill, draw 2, trash 2, so we'll trash one of these, and probably, I really want to keep the 1 cost events. We need the Daz Bones, so probably a 2K. Yep, makes the most sense to me. We can Daz Bones, rest the Rosinante, so now this can attack characters on the turn it's played. We can play this out, trash it to give -3K and swing 6 into 3. So now we can kind of try to control the board a little more. They Dawn -1, change the target to the Dellinger. They get to look at the top 5 and reveal a Don Quixote Pirates type, and then ramp 1 Dawn is rested, so they'll be back at 8 Dawn. Going into 10 Dawn on their next turn is going to be insane, because they're going to be playing 10 cost Crocodile, which is always going to be really good. So we don't even need to really control the Rosinante, because we're going to stop them from attacking, but they grab a Doflamingo. That's not horrible for us. We're going to go 5 into 3 here. See if we can remove it now, which I would love to. That'd be pretty good pressure for us. We did really limit our hand size from putting all that commitment into this turn, but they will 2K, 1K. Interesting. Well, I'm going to swing the blocker. I really don't mind. If they want to give me 2K, 2K to save this, I'm not in a bad spot for it. So we get to really limit their hand size again, as we said. We know they have 1 brick because they just drew a 8 cost Doflamingo to hand. They let the Rosinante go, so the board control is in our favor at the moment. They only have 2 1K and a 1K and a 2K. This is a searcher. Doesn't really do much for them. So here, they're going to probably play an 8 cost and cheat out another character. Probably another Rosinante or a Pika. Pika would also be good in this situation because then they can hit back to the 10 Dawn turn. So we'll have to see what they decide to play. Pika says at the end of your turn, Gain of Dawn is active. They go with the Virgo. Dawn -1. Give one of your opponent's characters -2,000 during this turn. If your Don Quixote Pirates type character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may return 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck instead. That's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good. But Crocodile is just going to shut this entire board down. That is going to be the strength of what we're about to do. They're going to swing 5 at us. I'm actually going to take this, because we're going to draw so many cards in this next turn. We're in a really good spot. This is going to draw us a card on play. We're going to KO it, trash a card from hand, draw a card, replay it. Like, crazy tempo plays there. So what we can do here is swing. We're just going to go 5, 6, 6. Like, there's no other order to this. We're shutting down all their attacks anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This Virgo, no value. Doflamingo, no value. We should be cooking. We should be cooking good looking. They're going to go in Dawn -1, forces into the Dellinger. They get to ramp it on back with the Doflamingo, because they rest an active Dawn to gain an active Dawn. And then they get to get a rested Dawn to then get a top 5 search. Crazy tempo plays. Crazy tempo plays here, but I think Crocodile's just better. Grab a sugar, a 4 cost sugar. Add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck is rested. If your opponent has 6 or more active Dawn, or 6 or more Dawn, play 1 cost 5 or less from your hand. Okay, that's fine. 6 at your face. What are you gonna do about that? You gotta counter that. You gotta kind of get out of that sometimes. Some point eventually here. So, hey, we're gonna be putting the metal, pedal to the metal, I think that's how it's said. Leaving 1 Dawn active also for a 4K counter is pretty good. Kind of crazy stuff. They go 1K, 1K, 6 more. 6 more, and that's GG's. let me go ahead and tell you guys, that is going to be a good game. The game is officially over because I'm in an 8-cost Crocodile. Now, we really need to find another one, but we may not. They used the ramp for an active Dawn. It's kind of crazy. 8 costs, stop the Doflamingo, draw a card, leader effect, KO the Crocodile, minus to the Virgo. Don't mill any because we don't have to. We're going to go ahead and trash I think we trash a Mr. 5, replay it, shut down the Virgo from attacking, draw a card, and then pass. We could tap 1, do a top 3 search, maybe find a 3-cost Croc, or an 8-cost Croc, to then chain into the next turn, but this is just the better value play here. They're going to go ahead and go with the 10-cost Doflamingo. If your opponent, or if your leader has a Dawn code to Pirate type, KO one of your opponent's character at the cost of 8 or less, or up to 3 of your opponent's 7 costs or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. Well, we're just going to trash a card and replay him, and then choose maybe 5 can attack, and we get to draw a card. That did absolutely nothing for them. They should have chose the latter, basically just shutting those down. We're going to go no blocker, and we're probably just going to give them a 2K. I'd like some searchers here in case we don't find the pieces that we're looking for. If we don't, it's okay. We'll still be in an okay spot. We'll grab a... Can't grab itself, can it? No. We'll search again. I would love to search again. We need to find more combo pieces. 7 cost Missed All Sunday. That looks like the best option in the situation. So we're going to swing 5 at our opponent. We're in a pretty bad spot now. We are definitely in a worse spot than we wanted to be. But the Crocodile can at least shut down the 10-cost Doflamingo. So it may also be best to shut down the Virgo. But I think we're okay to apply more pressure here. We should be still in a good spot because we can just KO the Crocodile. So yep, they're going to go ahead and force us into the Virgo. I think we're going to commit the blocker as well because we're going to play another blocker here off of the Miss All Sunday. And we're going to do a top 4 searcher for another Crocodile. So we should still be okay. 10 more into face. And then we'll start doing our chain. So should we start with leader effect? Yes. Pop a Crocodile. Minus 10 to the Doflamingo. Don't mill cards if you don't need to. Now we trash a card from our hand, which is going to be a Miss Christmas. Stop this from attacking us next turn. Draw a card. Sometimes you just draw what you need. Let me let you know. Sometimes you just draw what you need to. We're going to play this out. Stop this from attacking. Draw another card. We have enough counter to not die this turn, so we're not too worried about the 2 attacks. We got to shut down 2 attacks here instead. It wasn't as strong as we wanted to play it out, stop an attack. Well, I mean, it stopped 2 attacks, so I mean, I guess it did everything we wanted to. But we didn't get to leave any Dawn active for these, which is totally okay, because next turn we can do the Miss All Sunday. Just now I wish I didn't commit the Mr. 5. Maybe we should have done the Crocodile effect first. Like, well, no, because we need to attack first, then see if we're going to commit the... That would have gone us out of order. So I think we did everything properly. Sometimes you just top deck the cards you need. I guess that's just the truth of it. Now every turn we can just KO this and shut down a card. It just is basically what the Crocodile says is give a card minus 10 and stop it from attacking. Like, that's crazy. That is totally insane right there. So we get to stop their biggest card from attacking us. They can go for more board control here because they can Dawn minus 1 to give something minus 2,000. But I don't care if they're getting rid of our little weenies. I really don't. They're going to grab a Monet, 2K counter. They're going to play out a Sugar. And I think this is just game. Just to be real with you, I don't know how much they can do. Because if they go for board control, we go Miss All Sunday, and we just spam the board out again. If they don't, then we just play out a 4-cost instead, just a 4-cost blocker. Leave the Mr. 5 active. Attack, attack, attack. Leave all the Dawn active, and we just don't lose. Like, the tempo is ours. We are taking this game for sure. I have no doubt about it. Now, they can become a 7K leader off the 2-cost event, which it looks like they may be showing us. Instead, they're going to swing 7 at us. 7-8. So we're just going to take this. I don't think we're too stressed about it. If they go 7-7, we can 2K, 1K now. Not feel too bad. They're going to swing 8. I'm almost tempted just to take. Do we force them to try to win next turn? They have no Dawn active. I think we just win. I legitimately think we just win. Maybe they can play out a blocker. But yeah, I think we just win. Yep, we would have definitely won. They had a 2K in hand. Because I was thinking if we just counter that or not. I wasn't planning on countering it, to be honest. I was just going to take, because now we just play a 7-cost here. Then we cheat out a 4-cost, and we don't play the 1-cost, because we don't want to lose our Crocodiles, and we don't want to lose our blocker. So we hide behind 2 blockers, 1 life, 3 active Dawn. We only need 2 active Dawns. We'd probably only leave 2. We'd swing 5, 7, 10, 10. If they can somehow get out of all of that We do the 5 in case they had that 2-cost event, but they obviously used all their Dawn, so they wouldn't have. Then it would have been 7, then it would have been 10, then it would have been 10. They swing into a character, whatever. We pop the Crocodile, stop this card from attacking again, right? And then we go blocker, blocker, 1 life, 4K, 4K, 2K, 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 1K. There's absolutely no way we win, especially with 1 life as well and the 2 blockers. And one of those blockers is the 4 cost that then adds a card back from our trash to our hand. So technically, it just says add a, oh no, it is a character. I was about to say we could add the 1 cost event back, but no, you have to add a character. So we could have added a 2K back to our hand and basically just continued the chain. It would have been absolutely insane. GG's to our opponent. They tried their best, but it's hard to keep up with this deck, man. It's just that good. So, hey, GG's Doflamingo. I might be a Crocodile player. Tyler, I really did not believe in you and your Crocodile deck list, or your Crocodile plays. It was a buddy from Locals who told me this deck was busted. He was right. He was actually right. All right, we're going to try to take on a green Mihawk here. I have tried so many games and people just keep quitting on me. So I'm going to take first because I believe green is usually a going first deck. Now, we're going to look in this hand. I don't think that was good. And I still don't think it's good. I still don't think it's good. We have nothing to KO. We have no early game plays. This feels really freaking down bad. We do have some options here in the Bon Clay, but that's about it. So 8 into your face, see what you decide to do. They played the stage, draw 1, end of your turn, set one of your Dawn as active. Kind of crazy there. So they double stage just to filter the hand, drawing cards. Makes sense to me. Pass. So they play stage, draw a card, play stage, draw a card. Makes sense? Makes sense to me for sure. Then they get to resend the Dawn at the end of the turn. Play Perona, top 5 searcher for / attribute. They have 8 cards in hand. They grab a 5-cost Ashigi. If this card would be removed from your opponent's field, you may instead rest one of your cards. Activate main, trash 2. This card gets +2 until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Okay, we'll take this. Not much we can do about it, sadly. And then we're going to Bon Clay here for sure. We won't have enough cards in trash, so we're just going to swing a little 6 into our opponent. Probably just poking out a little 2K. I don't think I'd take this if I was them. Not with 8 cards in hand. 8 cards is a lot of cardboard to have in hand. They go ahead and trash the Okiku. End of your turn, set this card as active, sure, and pass. So that basically just gives them a card that can restand or be active if they need to use it. I don't really know why you'd want to restand this as active. Oh, maybe they rest it for their leader effect or for other effects, and then they can restand at the end of the turn to then rest it for other effects. That actually kind of makes sense. That's a good 2K. That actually makes sense now. I was like so confused when I first saw this card announced, but now I see it. We're going to grab the Promo Zoro. End of your turn, if you have 1 or more active Dawn cards, set this card as active. Pretty good. They stop the Bon Clay from going into rest through the Perona. You may rest one of your cards. Play 1 green card with the cost of 5 or less from your hand on KO. Up to one of your opponent's characters with the cost of 5 or less cannot be rested. Okay, another 8. Another 8 is crazy. So they get to stand 3 Dawn as active and swing in for 8. Makes sense to me. Does make sense to me, doesn't it? We could trash the Bon Clay, cheat out a Daz Bones, play out a Bon Clay. Dude, we have found like next to nothing here, it feels like. Next to nothing is not always great. So I think we are going to have to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and trash this. We're going to give -5 to the Perona. It doesn't really matter. We are going to mill 2 cards here and cheat out a Mr. 5 from the trash, actually. Not losing hand size is always going to be good. So we'll trash a one of the 4 cost. We'll probably play another Bon Clay. We're going to do a top 4 search first, see if we find anything better. We could go for another searcher. We have the additional Dawn to do so. I'm not worried about removing the board right now. I think we're just going to grab a 2K here. I think we are going to grab the 2K for commitment. No commitment issues over here on this side of things. Do we leave a Dawn active? We won't have enough characters, so draw 2 trash will not get us there. We're going to swing 6 into our opponent. We're not leaving any Dawn active. Just another poke 6 and then draw 2 trash one again. Filtering the hand and finding combo pieces. We're about to hit the 8 Dawn turn, so we're going to be going crazy after this. Drop another Daz Bones in case we need more 1 cost on the board. We finally have a 1 cost, but now we're just chaining these 8 costs. So pass to our opponent, 10 cards in hand, a lot of counter as well, which is always going to be convenient. A bunch of 1Ks. To be fair, a bunch of 1Ks. They're going to play a Shanks. When this card is rested, rest one of your opponent's 7,000 base power or less. If this card is rested, give all of your opponent's characters -1,000 power. Absolutely insane. Really good tempo play. They rest it for their leader effect to restand more Dawn. They're going to swing 7 at us and then 8, so we will have to counter the 7 and probably just take the 8. So we're going to hit them with a little 2K, 1K here. We can also use the Miss Wednesday if we need to. Oh, we could use the Miss Wednesday next turn to remove the Shanks. That may be a play. It won't be next turn, but it'll be eventually. Take this. We get another 2K counter in hand, so we're still sitting in an okay spot. We're going to tap 8. This stops cards from attacking, not going into rest, correct? Yes. So it'll stop this card from attacking, right? Then we're going to trash the Crocodile. giving -10 to the Shanks. Doesn't really matter. We will not mill 2 cards because we don't need to. And then we'll trash the Daz Bones to replay it, stopping the Shanks from attacking and drawing us a card. Now we're in a pretty good spot, so we'll just go a little 5 in the face. We're totally ignoring the board here because they can't attack anyway, so the only attack they have is leader attack. We can commit a blocker, but I don't think we need to in this situation because we're down to 2 life. I'd rather not commit a blocker. We don't have to in this situation. So these just can't attack. The only value they get is for resting them. This says activate main once per turn. You may rest one of your cards. If there's a character that costs a 5 or more, set 3 Dawn as active. Then you cannot play characters this turn. Play a 9 cost. When this character is rested, up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 9 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. And then on opponent's attack, once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand. Up to one of your leaders or characters gain plus 2,000 for this battle. Totally insane. We're going to go and block out of this attack. I don't see another option really. So here, we're just going in the chain game, it seems like. So we're going to tap 8, freeze down the Shanks, and then draw a card. Then we're going to trash the Crocodile. Well, I guess we can attack in first. Go 5 in the face. We do have to leave the blocker active, I feel. I do feel we need to leave the blocker active. We're going to trash the Crocodile, give -10, not milling 2, because we don't need to. We'll trash a Missile Sunday, then stop the Mihawk from attacking, draw another one of these events, which is totally insane. So we'll sit on 2 events here and pass the turn. We could have probably committed the blocker since we have 2 events, but it's like I don't know the Mihawk deck list altogether, so I'm not willing to risk it. We are stopping 2 of the attacks, but they have 2 attacks on the board. We're going to play another Perona. One of your opponent's 5 costs or less cannot go into rest, so it kind of stops the value of the Mr. 5, so we should have attacked in. Good information to have. It would have only been a 5k attack as well, so it wouldn't have been, no, it would have been a 6k. They didn't rest the Shank, so that's fine though. Oh, they stopped both of these from going into rest. Wow, they swing 9? What the helly? They are really trying to go aggressive here. They're going to go 9-10. Well, I'm just going to 1 cost event and 1k out of it. I think that makes the most sense to me. Then they're going to swing 10. We don't have another 8 cost to chain. How wide can we go? Can't really board control either. These aren't going to be rested through any effects. I think we should 1 cost event 2k. And then 2k out with the Miss Double Finger. We could have removed the stage, I guess, with the Miss Christmas, trophy, whatever her name is. I don't even get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to say that last number. 7 to play out a 4 and a 1. So we'll play out a Searcher. So 7. Is this already in the trash? The Searcher? The Searcher is not in the trash. We're not going to be able to play the Searcher, right? There's not a Searcher in the trash. We could play the Searcher and then play over top of the Searcher. Seems like the most convenient strategy to me. Now we'll grab an 8 cost. That's pretty good. Do we ever need the 8 cost here? We're definitely grabbing the 8 cost. Is this the best play line? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's go 5 into our opponent and see what they decide to do. We can't really control these Peronas. I don't think there's value in it. Play up to 1 green character at the cost of 5 or less from your hand. We're going to go 10 and then 10. Makes the most sense to me. We're going to still have 1 Dawn active. We can trash one of the Missile Sundays. So better go with the 2 blockers. I don't think so. They're going to 2k, 2k, 2k. We're going to tap 8 here for a Crocodile, stopping the Shanks from attacking and drawing a card. Then we're going to KO a rested Crocodile to give -10 to the Mihawk. Don't mill any cards because we don't need to. We'll trash one Missile Sundays as we decided earlier, stopping the Mihawk from attacking. We'll leave the 1 Dawn active, and I think we just end the turn. So we have a blocker. They need to shut that down if they want to stop blocking. We have 2 life. They have 3 attacks. We should be good. They play the Mihawk. Up to one of your opponent's 9 cost or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. They stop one of the Crocodiles from going into rest, which I think is totally fine for us. They're going to swing 7, in which we will 2k, 1k here. And then they're going to swing 8. I think if we're going to go with the 7 here, they're going to swing 6. So they're going to swing 6. I think we just 2k again. And then if they swing 7, do we just block? Because then we play Missile Sunday into another blocker again, right? We could double blocker here. We could just play 1 blocker with the Sabo. We could go for lethal. Lethal seems like a pretty... It seems like it could happen. Could also just tap one Dawn to get out of it. But I think if we're going to go wide, we just block. I think we just take the free block now, because it is basically just a free block in this situation. And then, what events have we seen so far? I don't know if we've seen any in their trash. We have not. I don't know the events in Mihawk that well, at least not yet. So we're definitely going to be tapping 7 to get a blocker. That would be good. The blocker that gets us a card back, and we won't be able to do anything else. We can still shut down one of the Mihawks from attacking. Does this make us lose? Do we need a double blocker here? Then trash a Crocodile, stopping a Mihawk. Double blocker. Do we need a double blocker is the question. I think we have to go for game. Yep. Well, they quit. I hate that about people in the sim. They just quit way too early, but I think we had to go for game there. I was getting the math out. They would have had a 4K. Rest one of your cards up to one of your leaders or characters get plus 4,000. I think what we would have had to do there, if we swing 7, they use one of the Dawn. Then we go 10, 10, 12, which would have gotten us there. But, well, no. It wouldn't have. No, because they take 4 and 3, and then 1. I think they would have been fine. I don't know why they quit. I think they could have been fine, but we were in a weird spot. Knowing that they play Dead Man's Game is good information to have in the future, because they could have rested both of our blockers. So blockers wasn't the play. I think playing the Missile Sunday into one of the blockers, popping one of these to stop a Mihawk. Now they'd have 4 attacks. They stop our blockers. We have 2 life. We can't block, so we have to be able to counter 2 of the attacks with 10 Dawn available. Because they tap 4, then they get to restand 3 from using the Mihawk, resting one of the cards to restand 3. So now they have 9 active Dawn between 4 attacks, which is a 9k, 6k, 10k, 5k. So it would have been like 9, 10, 10, 10. So we'd have to be able to counter a 9, which is 1 and 1. And then we have to be able to counter a 10, which is 2k, 2k, 1k, 2k. So yep, we would not have lost. Fun fact. We only had to counter 2 attacks. So 9 would be 1 Dawn, 1k. And then 10 would be 2k, 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 which we would have had in the end. That really would have been a close and stressful match. Shutting down one of the attacks was the most convenient part. But then they go 10, like I said, 10, 10, 10, and a 9. So that would be really good. GG's to our opponent, man. That was still a really close game. This deck is a lot more aggressive and a little more of a powerhouse than I really gave it. We're definitely going to be testing out Mihawk very soon. I think this is going to be a really high-skilled deck. So, hey, fun testing coming to you in OP14. I'm excited for OP14. That's it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. I think Crocodile is going to be one of the best decks going forward. I think Mihawk was a lot more aggressive than I expected. I think Doflamingo's further behind than I expected. I've done some blue-yellow boa testing as well, and that deck feels a lot weaker than expected. So, hey, I'm amazed that Bandai really surprised me with this deck, and my buddy Tyler, who was talking about how strong this was since the secrets come out, he was on point. So shout out you, Tyler. You did great. Great call on the Crocodile. This is a very fun deck to pilot. We're going to be doing a lot more testing for OP14. We're going to be doing a Trafalgar Law deck list soon. I'm sorry I'm going to be slowing down on OP13, EBO3 deck profiles and stuff. I was really excited to do like a green-yellow Yamato, like I said in the beginning of the video. Couldn't win a game. I tried a purple-yellow Croc for fun with the 7-cost Nico Robin. Couldn't win a game. It's like, if I'm not playing against bozos, I'm not winning games, and I don't want to give you guys videos against bozos. I want to give you guys good matches that also have me winning. So for what I'm doing on the channel, it doesn't really fit. I know a lot of other YouTubers just play against bozos and win, and I try not to do that as much as possible. Of course, it's going to happen in some matches and videos, and I got so much flack for doing that in an Uta video against an Emu. So hey, it is what it is. GG's. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.